Hello everybody. Yes, I was just talking a whole bunch of stuff and I didn't record anything. Oh god damn it. Yeah, okay, let me just start from over again. Hello everybody, welcome to our game dev stream. Um, yes. Um, Today I'm by myself, which is maybe the reason why I messed up so bad. Um, and I will work on interfaces. So again, so I'm Felix, aka Luxen. I'm sitting in the upper right corner, doing the actual game development, and with me in the chat you can also meet Radical Regiden, who is Stefan. He's in the chat at least, and you can ask him some questions as well. But otherwise, it's just me today, and actually I want to try out what kind of impact this has on productivity, just to see how fast I actually can develop stuff by myself. Um, and so what we will work on today is interface stuff. So as was written in the description, the tweets and everything, we are going to work on the PvP interface. That's player versus player battles. And now when I say player versus players, I think several people might immediately think, oh, will we have online functionality? And no, we won't. It's just there will be other avatars in CrossWorlds, as you know, like other characters, and sometimes you're gonna fight those characters as well. And for those fights, we want to introduce a new system, which will actually be similar to the system you find in beat 'em ups or fighting games. Think of Street Fighter and Tekken and whatnot. So it's kind of like a 3 out of 5 system. Um, each so the one of the opponents has to win 3 rounds and wins the battle that way. Um, yes, Apollo is in fact one of those potential guys you're gonna fight in that system. That's actually, yeah, that's a good guess. hmm And yeah, that's the plan for today. We're just gonna design some interface. So that's the basic idea here. And yep. And since I'm by myself, I kind of have to figure out how I make sure that I don't miss all the questions. So I'm just gonna write some stuff in Skype. Just to see how, just to, we'll see how that works out. Yes. So let me just have a quick look. Um, yeah, I'm a bit sad. So Shibi said, I'm a bit sad you guys didn't do an MMO with that gem. That would lead to a great success. Well, you shouldn't forget that doing an MMO is like a huge amount of work. It's, I don't know, it's much more complicated because you have to essentially build a server client infrastructure, and you have to make sure everything is synchronized. And as much as awesome as it sounds, it's also a lot more work and probably not something um, I could do like that we could do that easily. So sorry, I have to write some stuff. um, so yeah, that's the thing about MMOs. Okay. Yeah, god damn it, this whole Phaser confirmed thing. Why? Why? I don't know. Yeah, no, not really, guys. Phaser nothing is confirmed here. Here, that's not how a confirmation looks like, not at all. Um, so, actually, I just forgot something entirely. I didn't check the cross-central questions. Now that would be embarrassing if you now got a whole bunch of cross-central questions because I didn't prepare for those at all, and that's why we might need to postpone it. Well, but no, we didn't get any cross-central questions. So please, guys, if you wanna, would be cool to have another cross-central question maybe sometime again. So if you have any ideas, anything particular you want to ask, just submit this question in the cross-central, in the option within the cross-central, and that would be it. Um, uh, yeah, I know it's a joke still. I take everything serious, even jokes. That's how I know. Whatever. Okay, so okay, what picture do we got here? Oh my gosh, that's from a hospital. I hope you're doing fine. That looks kind of serious. Okay, so right. Before I now start actually doing the development, let's maybe have a short look about some of the recent stuff we've been working on. Actually, a lot of things happened, I would say. So a lot of small technical details that we have been working on, and I'm just gonna play a bit now and show you what new stuff we got for you. Um, we just open. And of course, first the game crashes. That happens pretty often, actually, the first time we put it. Fortunately, only in development mode. It's kind of some loading issues. Um, Come on. Okay, that looks good. Look, it's CrossCode. Okay. So the first thing we changed is there is a new type of interface when you discover um, landmarks in particular, and I'm just going to play some fraction of the storyline so you get an impression on how that looks. Just gonna jump right to this here exactly. Let me just switch on music. So I'm sure you remember this part here. Now what changed is when you, first of all, the thing you now see here is actually a landmark. And you get this nice interface when you discover this landmark. And it's actually the first time you actually see a landmark in CrossCode. And otherwise it's the same as before. You can just talk to Emily and then enter the cross central. And here you see that you actually just discovered a second landmark, which is like the cross central itself, not just a balcony. And finally, when you now enter the Rookie Harbor, like the harbor of Rookie Harbor, it's your third landmark, and by this point you maybe start wondering, what are these landmarks? And then we show you this here. It's a tutorial, and I know a lot of people don't like tutorials, but it's kind of difficult to explain some of the features without explicit tutorials. Of course, we try to use organic level design as much as possible, but I couldn't think of anything that really makes you click a menu by intuition. So here it is, a tutorial, and you can skip it if you want to, but that would be boring now, so let's just show it. Essentially, it's like what you're familiar with. It just opens the menu, it points out the menus you should open essentially to find what you're looking for. And yeah, it just points out you find these landmarks inside the map view. Here's a world map. You can click the world map, and then you can select different areas, and you can visit all the places you've seen before. And that's it. So even if there are tutorials, we try to keep them as short as possible. And yeah, again, so that's actually what I think too. I think tutorials are essential sometimes. It's just you should be careful about how detailed you do them. So I always try to make the tutorials like very, very short, and this makes sure to just so people don't miss stuff. I think it's not about explaining the full details. It's just about pointing out, look, here you can do some stuff, and just roughly explain what it does, and it should be okay. That's at least the approach I want to take here. Just like they said, yeah, exactly. So that's one of the things we did. We implemented tutorials, like new tutorials for some of the features we didn't explain so far. And also, yeah, since we now have this nice interface where you can skip the tutorial, we will also add an option that all tutorials will be skipped automatically. That's something people already requested, and yeah, it makes sense for people who already played the game and for those who, well, just prefer to find everything themselves and like to read manuals like Xenoblade X players. They used to read the manual, I guess. So let's continue to the north of the part, and here you see some new stuff is happening, which is new cutscenes in fact. And you probably saw some of the screenshots we posted recently, and yeah, like in the last stream we worked on the facial expressions of the new character Schneider, and now he's already in the game and he has quite a few cutscenes already, and that's how he appears. Hello, yeah. I guess some German players know about this word, and we just decided to put it in here. Yeah, just because we come from this time when this was actually kind of a usual thing you encountered in 90s video games translations in German. Yeah. Anyway, so it's just a lot of dialogue. Might still change. It's just essentially the initial version. Usually we get a couple of people commenting on them, so we may improve stuff, but yeah, it's essentially you meet this guy, he's a friend of Emily, and he's gonna show you around. So it just continues essentially with a tutorial, but I mean that's essentially what friends often do when you meet them in a game. That kind of like help you out a bit. And he essentially will also point out how you continue on your quest and what you're actually supposed to do as a new player in CrossWorlds. And that's actually something that usually the game itself should take care of, and we're probably gonna play some NPCs that will do the required exposition that you need to understand what's actually going on here, what's your task and all that. Though this is all essentially optional, so I don't want to force too much exposition on the players. So yeah. Okay, so that's roughly like the story. I'm just gonna skip this here. Yeah, there is some new stuff I can show you, which becomes clear when I actually now open... Well, I actually have to go to a different location, so I'm just gonna cheat here. Oh yeah, here's a new tutorial which is not implemented yet, so I can show this tutorial, but nothing's gonna happen. It's gonna go to combat mode and that's it. Yeah. So yeah, another landmark. I really like this interface up here. I think it turned out to be pretty nice. Now comes the second big feature, which is essentially the analysis menu. It's analysis, isn't it? I'm not sure. So, you know the quick menu? Something new happens now. You actually see the level of your enemies the moment you open the quick menu. And now you can finally press this looking glass and you can analyze your enemies. So now you can see all the details, well, not all the details, but at least the basic details about new enemies. You get an impression about how strong they are and if you should fight them or not. In fact, it's not just the level, but the level will be colored in a way to show you this enemy is easy and no, this enemy is strong, it's probably gonna kick your ass. And that's one of the things. And then we also got the enemy menu. I don't think we actually showed this one in the last stream, did we, Stefan? Maybe I can also show like the enemy menu. You probably saw it on Twitter already. So you get information about all the enemies you defeat. Right now you still have to add an item to actually enable this. Give me a second there. Okay, somebody please tell me the name of the item I need now to analyze enemies. The lore of Insight. I'm pretty sure it's Disc of Insight. Why? How do you not get your own item names right, Stefan? Okay. Synopsis. So, whoa! I got all the enemies. That's not right, isn't it? That's kind of weird. Why do I get? Is this debug mode maybe? Yeah. So normally you would always only see the enemies that you actually defeated in the game. So that's probably debug mode or maybe a bug. I'm not sure. Anyway, so you can select the enemies here. You get the stats, the resistance, the XP, the money you get, and of course the drops. That's what most of the people actually requested. You do not only see what item you get, but also the chance and the combat rank that's required to actually get that item. So that's all implemented now, done by Stefan. And yeah, really, it's a very good feeling to actually know your enemies a bit better, because it really makes you aware how difficult they actually are supposed to be. So you are aware if this area is actually too difficult for you or not, because before you just got the enemies, you could fight them, you could just watch how quickly you died, and now you actually know what level they have, and you get some idea like, okay, this is level 4, I'm level 1, maybe I should do a little bit of grinding and stuff like this. Yeah, they're called hedgehog. I don't see any issue with that. It's just what they call. They're not hedgehogs. Come on. Hedgehogs are not mean like this. They're just hedgehogs. Okay. Okay, I actually see some discussions here that ladies at Lesser seems to be worried about feature creep. I don't really think that tutorials are feature creep. Okay, I mean, there are probably ways to do tutorials in an easier way, so you spend less time with them. But I think tutorials are not feature creep, they're actually a way to essentially make features more accessible. So I think well done tutorials are important, because otherwise people are just confused about the functionality and might just miss stuff. And it's essentially a bit like you could just argue it makes sense to just develop the full game first and then do all like add the tutorials later on. But actually I think it's also important that you integrate the tutorials in a good way inside the story, because otherwise if you just add the tutorials at the very end when everything else is done, it might just feel strange, because then it turns out, okay, like we have to cover so many tutorials, and we already got this plot, and you just don't know how to put them there. So since I'm now actually developing the actual plot, like all the cutscenes, I'm also thinking about tutorials because they should integrate in a nice way, so it all feeds like nicely. So you're not overwhelmed with tutorials or overwhelmed by story. It just should be balanced in a way, and so that's why I think it makes sense to think about tutorials right now. Um, that's how I see it. Anyway. So yeah, that's all we got for this year. So yeah, that's it with recent progress. So yeah, this is mostly features, I have to admit. We don't got, well, except for the story, of course, that we are working on. So we got a couple of new cutscenes, but we also plan to add a few more content for the next version. That will happen as well. It's just that I thought it would make sense to now push all the technical stuff, because doing technical stuff shortly before the milestone means that you will have a lot of bugs they just encounter shortly before release, which isn't too great. So, yep. Um. Okay. So, Frank3434 is asking, is this game written in GameMaker? No, not really. It's actually built on a custom engine. And if you want to know what engine it is, it's it's JavaScript. It's here. Look. Actually, I'm not showing it. Am I not? I'm not. Yes. Look, it's JavaScript. This game is 100% HTML5, so that means it's 100% JavaScript, and it runs in a web browser. There's actually a version running in the web browser today. There's this demo you can try. And yeah, it's essentially a custom engine. It's originally based on Impact.js, but today we, over time, we essentially rewrote like most parts of the engine, essentially everything, and it's a custom engine essentially these days. Okay, gonna check if there's any question that I missed. Okay, like there's actually a question here. It would be by Darwin Demon. It would be awesome if there was a co-op system for Wii U, like the first player plays as Leia and the second plays as an enemy. Uh, a Skyrim like, okay, so first about this, a co-op system, why only for Wii U? That's what I don't get. I mean, we probably would, it would be cool to have it. I think a local co-op system without any networking is something which is somewhat realistic. It's still difficult to do, but it's something we may add in the future. It may be like post-release as some kind of DLC or maybe free DLC. I don't know. That's an option. Um, but we essentially had a stretch code that promised that, but we didn't reach the stretch code, so we are not obliged to actually do this. Um, yeah, but like there would be like a PvP mode or maybe a co-op mode where you like fight together. I'm actually not sure how well the system will work if you play against other players. We first have to actually check if that actually makes sense because the system is very much optimized about to be a single player game right now. Okay, then the comment by Rylog99 needs a Skyrim-like discovery sound, and yes, it most definitely needs a discovery sound when you find a landmark. I think that's gonna be added soon. Sorry. And oh, this game, yeah, I just answered this one. Okay. So yeah, sure, with JavaScript you can get maximum 50 FPS. That's not true. I mean, the game runs on 60 FPS on my machine. It's essentially, and it's that's because the browser tries to align itself with oh my gosh. So we got somebody. So guy, I'm just gonna so Frank 3434 just for you. I'm just gonna show you what it can do with JavaScript. So just watch. This is for you. So if you think like JavaScript is like the worst thing, just watch this. Doopy-doop. And yeah, the performance is not really all that great on my machine here, which has several reasons, mostly because I'm streaming and I don't have a very good machine for that. You can just expect everything I'm showing here runs normally at 60 FPS fluid. The problem really is I don't have any good save files here, which kind of sucks. Now let's see, what do I have here? Oh, that looks good actually. Oh, this looks perfect. So that's a good demonstration of what you can do in JavaScript. Oh man. Oh man, this is not fun. Oops. Oh. Well, I was not supposed to have heat mode here anyway. It's a debug save. Oops. Oh man, kinda sucks I don't have any special skills activated in that save. Yeah, I wasn't well prepared. And again slow because of fucking streaming. Never mind. So okay. Come on, let's do this. Okay, done. So yeah, probably shouldn't be too distracted by stuff like this, but just in short, yes, C++ is much more optimized than JavaScript. That's true. Yes, you can't do AAA 3D games based in JavaScript today. Maybe in the future. Not sure about that. Probably never. And yes, C++ is the industry standard for optimized games. But the thing is, not everybody has to do AAA optimized 3D games today. There's indie games, they're using 2D graphics, they don't have the requirements for using so that you're forced to use C++. You can use Java, you can use C#, and you can use JavaScript. And it's enough. That's the whole point here. It's just enough. It's enough, and you're developing much faster. And no matter what you tell me, working with JavaScript is much easier than C++, because I've worked with C++. I have it. I have done it. I actually developed this prototype first in C++. So, and that's enough for this. Now let's actually do some game design. Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore him now. Probably should start getting used to this kind of stuff and just essentially don't take the bait. So let's open Photoshop. And let's go. That's okay. So how do we start? First of all, I'm gonna take some screenshots. That's always how I start. I'm just gonna open the game. Hmm. So what game do I load? I don't just started. Where am I actually? That's the same room as we. That's kind of weird. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I just have to. But you know what? Actually, I'm going somewhere else. I'm actually going to the place where the first versus fight will probably take place, as far as we planned it. Just gonna visit. That's okay. I usually like to discuss this kind of details, but it probably didn't make sense for people like this. So argument over the internets. So yeah, mm, let's just take a screenshot here. It doesn't matter. But what does matter is that I need to check how that works with this view where you got the elements. So I just took 2 screenshots. Gonna copy those inside the document like this and like this. So what I usually do is before I design interfaces, I first take screenshots because adding the interface inside the screenshots really helps to see if it actually matches or not. So, and of course it kind of has to fit with all the other interfaces we have. In fact, oh, okay, this kind of sucks. That does make sense. I have to actually be in combat mode. That's actually pretty important. So let's fight some enemy, which should be up here. Come on, down here, down here. That's fine. So here we go again. That's one of the views. That's good. Change element. And I'm just dying here, but that doesn't matter. Okay, so here we got 2 screenshots again. That's the wrong one. Here, that's better. Okay, so so some stuff happens here. So first of all, there is something which I probably will change. So right now there's this rank up here, and I don't think we need that. So I'm just gonna hack this. It's just to get an impression that I will probably not display the rank doing this mode because it probably will not look all that great, but like I will do this a bit differently. Just going to copy that like this. Gonna move it over here, and that's it. So, um, yeah. So essentially, I want to have a straight line up here, and now we're going to think. So the essential idea is it should be a versus fight. That means in the traditional way, you have one bar here and one on the other side. Like there should potentially be several energy bars, I think. So probably, you know what, I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna copy this part and flip it, because it probably will be somehow like this. You know what I should do first? I just should reduce resolution, because yeah, that would make sense. Actually, everything was twice. Makes it really hard to work with that. That's much better. So are there any questions here so far? Okay, doesn't look that way. So what do I want to display here? Actually, does it really make sense to have it on the upper side? Yeah, I still think it makes sense, because you want to show where is actually the center. Please snap. It does snap. So that's the center, right? God damn it, this really takes 50% of the screen, whereas this is kind of ridiculous. So it's, you can't even put anything in the center here. I'm wanted to put something in the center here. Sometimes I really regret that we have this huge stud interface up here. But it's okay. I mean, I can just do something which is here in the middle and move it up and down, or to the left when you change, when you actually change the element and get that expanded view. And yeah, that's usually how we always start with our interfaces. So I just open something in Photoshop and draw around to get an impression about the composition, how things are organized, and after that I create a bunch of graphics and then we implement stuff. So it might be different. Like usually you often see that people what? that is so usually you see that people first do like very easy interfaces just to see how the interfaces work, and then after that they do polish and create the proper graphics. In our case, we just first do graphics and then we implement them. It's kind of like essentially you always create the final design from the get-go. I don't know, it's just, but it works out for us, so I don't think it's really a bad approach so far at least. I'm gonna put some pixels. Just gonna try some stuff here. Yeah, I should show this here because it should be straight. Hmm. Hmm. Or let me just ask it this way. I'm just gonna ask around now in the chat because I'm actually not sure myself. So the plan I had originally is that I just gonna put I'm just gonna write it here. Here you got like an opponent HP here. That was the initial idea I had, and why do I want to put in there? Because I was thinking kind of having like the symmetry, from um, from fighting games. Essentially, you have one opponent on the left, one opponent on the right, and then in the center you got something like the rounds, essentially. That was the idea I had, and I thought that probably would be like a nice homage to all those fighting games rounds. Just could put it like this. So that's the idea I had. Put this in the group. Um, but it's kind of troublesome. I just noticed this right now because we have the status, which is essentially huge and it's taking over 50% of the screen width when it's expanded in element mode. And yeah, you cannot really show the rounds up here. It's just going to overlap. It's just going to look ugly. Of course, you can do stuff like when you see the expanded view, you just move down the rounds. But then again, um, yeah, so this might be kind of problematic. And Stefan, I'm actually not sure. Like in PvP mode, I think you can also have party versus party. At least that's what I was thinking about to have later on. Like the first battle against Apollo is just gonna be one versus one, but later you're actually gonna have several members, I think. At least that's what I thought. At least think it would be a cool idea to have that. Essentially, just you have two opponents fighting at the same time. I mean, that's a lot of potential you can use there. That's why I would like that. Um, And that's also one of the reasons why I'm not sure how that this will work. Um, I mean, you got Apollo and his friend, and having the two fighting together against you and Emily would be kind of awesome, I think. So I would like to have that. um, so let's not do this. I think what we should maybe try instead is, or maybe let's just say that's one of the ideas, but here's another thing we can do. Um, it's essentially that you have the traditional boss HP line. Kind of like this. But we may actually split those. So we can say there's not just one, but it's actually two or three or four. It's like essentially you just put them next to each other, maybe with a face attached to them. So that's another idea I had. And now let's think. Since you need the rounds somewhere, I was thinking maybe just oh, that's maybe an idea. So instead of having, you just put the rounds up here in the upper right corner. Ah. And what you can essentially do is that I can just take that rank interface here and modify it to some kind of round view. Um, so why don't we use a different HUD? I don't want to replace the status HUD from the player. I think that would be a bad idea because you want to have the same functionality that you have in previous, previously from combat. And just replacing everything is first, it's a lot of work, and second, you have to get used to something else entirely. And it's essentially the same battle system. Yes, I know how combat systems look like. I don't really want to replace the full interface. So like you can do the same stuff you can do in other battles. Maybe except for using items, even though maybe you can still use items. But essentially it's the same battle system. It's just that you fight other players. And there must be some kind of system that like there's this kind of round system, that's it essentially. And that's why I don't want to replace this because it's first a lot of work and player have to get used to a totally different interface and that might rather be confusing. Um, that's why I don't want to have a new interface. Hmm. Okay. So the idea I had is now that we make it kind of similar to what we already have in the game. So you have essentially HP bars down here, which will kind of be similar to the one from boss battles, though we may add some more details there, some more information and stuff like facial expression. And then we are gonna add some kind of round display, like what round you're currently in in the upper right corner. That's the idea I have. And I think I like that. It's less like you don't have an entirely new interface, but it's more familiar to what you have in the game. And I think in the end I think that's more important. I think you shouldn't have too many strikingly different interfaces for something which is essentially the same, because it is essentially just a normal battle. It's just that you have rounds. So that's actually the only thing I want to make sure that you kind of see, like those rounds in the combat. Yep. So yeah. So I think I will go for that one instead now. I don't know. Any opinions about this? Maybe somebody has a point while using the traditional system would make more sense. Otherwise, I probably would go for this idea now. It's also because, yeah. Mm. So Atlanta says, why not simply have the HP bars over the other players like you have it in normal battles? And I think it's mostly because if you have a boss fight, having those bars are kind of like, it's a nice signal that you actually understand it's a proper boss fight. Though I actually agree, maybe we should have still use, like still show the normal HP bars for the enemies in addition to the one on the bottom. Um, mm, uh, yeah, I mean that was the idea I had originally, like having essentially having it like the companion GUI on the right side. But no, I'm really getting the. I think I would rather go with something which is more similar to what we had before. But I think it's probably a better idea instead of like doing something entirely different. It's also like the whole thing about the boss HP bars. We probably need to change that because sooner or later you may have two boss battles at the same time, so you need to kind of like an approach to just scale the boss bars to have two of them at the bottom instead of just one. So I'm just gonna try around some stuff now. Hmm. Different HP color would be an option, though I'm not sure because it's essentially it's just like another enemy in that sense. Uh, the less intrusive infinite, the better. I'm not always sure about that because sometimes it has to be weighted in a way that it makes sense. Okay. So we got 81 viewers right now. Why? That's so many. I'm not even doing much stuff. Interesting. Okay. Let's continue then. Yeah, there's so much thinking right now. It's just designing interfaces is really it's mostly about thinking about what makes sense. Hmm. Yep. So what I'm doing right now is trying to remember where I find the graphics for the boss HP bar, which should be somewhere around here, I think. No, that was wrong. Nope, nope, nope. Ah, it's in the status, right? I think it was in the status, which is here. Yes, that's the one exactly. Okay, so here's how. You know what? I'm just gonna copy one HP bar from the game. That's probably easier here. Oh, I actually still have the right map. And yep, gonna copy this. Uh, Wait, that's... Did I reduce the size? I did. Okay. And here we go. Nope. Like this. Okay. Just gonna remove those two folders now. So I think we may actually create a smaller bar here. Hmm. Um. I think there are some questions here in the chat, but I don't really have an overview. Uh, One hiccup. Hmm? That's interesting. Yeah. Optimizing JavaScript is actually pretty troublesome, I have to admit. um, yeah, so rather than stacking the bars, I was just thinking having them next to each other, because having them next to each other, you don't waste too much space. And I mean, they're really, really long, and having two next to each other, you still see to enough extent how much HP they already lost, I think. Um, hmm. Yeah, actually, rather than having the player name, I was thinking of showing actually the face of the player. That would be actually, I think, the best way to do it, because you immediately recognize something on its face, and it's actually more compact. And having a name might be a bit longer. That's what at least was my idea now. Yeah, I'm currently thinking what would be a good layout for this. We could just put it on the right side. I mean, that's essentially like let's just do it like this. Come on. I'm just gonna take this, cut this away. Let's just do something. Next, I'm gonna add that rhombus shape you have everywhere in CrossCode. It's actually it's really annoying to sprite rhombus shapes. Why did we choose this one? And then no, no, kind of like this. Okay, maybe make it one larger. So now we got this. Actually, how big was the distance to? Yeah, okay, I actually have to get another screenshot. That one is in cutscene mode. You notice how the boss bar actually moves with the cutscene bars. And he's like, oh, come on, why do you do so long cutscenes? That's better. Okay, thanks. So that's like the normal distance you have, which is just seems to be 2 pixels. Yeah, 2 pixels, I guess. So let's just do the same here. Great. Okay, now let's just assume that Leia is fighting Emily, because I already have an Emily face. For whatever reason. Maybe this will happen, maybe it will not happen. Who knows? Now I'm gonna open my most favorite graphics file in CrossCode, which has the name Severed Heads. I found that was very funny. Yes. Let me copy this head here. Good thing about Emily's head, it's huge. So if Emily's head fits in there, probably all the heads are gonna fit. But in fact, now that I think about it, we already got this kind of shape with a head inside. It's inside the party menu. And I've got that not here, but here. And I'm just gonna copy that because it's consistent. And consistency is great. If I actually do find that should be the one, yeah. Okay. Might be a little bit larger. A little bit, but it's okay. Because I can actually make this move this a bit down. That's actually a good idea. Yeah, I like this. Okay. Maybe like this after all. It's hard to decide. Like this. So that's what I was thinking about. Essentially, you get the face of the player next to the HP bar. And now the thing about is you never get any separators. Down here. Okay, any interesting discussions going on that I might have missed? Sword Art Online? What? No, I'd never say that. At least I didn't. Yeah, I think I will just go with that approach for now. Currently just wondering how I actually implemented the boss bars, but actually I think I just filled the colors manually. Yeah. There's actually no graphics used for this energy bar, just filling the colors line by line. Yeah, seems that way. Just planning to do this symmetric. That's cool. Okay, so in case you would have, if you have two enemies, it will essentially, nope, can't really do this right. What? Just got a couple of messages right now. I just saw that. That's interesting. Okay. So that's what I was thinking about. So essentially, when you have two fight against two guys, you actually got just two bars in the bottom, and that's essentially it. So just yeah, that's essentially the idea here. And it's pretty basic to be honest, but I think it's good enough um for such a feature. I think it's kind of important we don't overdo it. We don't make something too different where we have put a lot of effort in. So that's at least for having the basic energy bars. So another thing that I might add here is something like SP. So I could just go ahead and add some SP display here. In fact, I can just probably copy that from hmm, because yeah, that's something I was thinking about. If you have these battles against other players, having a look at their SP might be interesting because essentially that means that you have to look at their SP, and depending on how their SP are, they will do different techniques. And that essentially is kind of like this kind of new tactic where you not only have to, it's not just timers as it is usually with enemies, but it's also a lot about the SP that your enemies currently have. And so you kind of um, like if you want to be really careful, you should have a look at their SP, and because like assume Apollo collects 4 SP at the beginning, and then you know, okay, now he got 4 SP, now he's probably gonna do um, some very dangerous move, and then you're prepared essentially, and stuff like this. Or you can say like he just when he has 2 SP, he just uses up those 2 SP to 0, and he knows whenever he hits 2 SP again, he's probably gonna use special attacks again. That's at least an idea I had. So we may display SP so you can actually just see this coming, kind of like a strategy. It's something I used in the game phase of war, though I have to admit I'm not sure if that will work for CrossCode. So right now this is just an idea. It may just turn out that's actually too confusing, and if it is, then we're just gonna drop this idea. But at least I want to try this. Um, just gonna open another interface. Blah, blah, blah. The media concept. Party. Where's the party? Here's the party. Yeah, whatever. Okay. So that's actually a compact SP interface design I was essentially have designed. I mean, we can pretty much use a different one for enemies, but the nice thing about using this compact interface is I can just copy the code from the party member interface, and I'm done. It's also very cheap to render, so that's essentially um, it's a very compact interface of the SP, but at least I hope it's something that's easy to understand, because what it does, it's just compacts 4 sets of SP into one big block. And so you only have to essentially count the big blocks. Each big block is like 4 SP. Each additional line is 1 SP. And that's essentially how you can see the amount of SP pretty clearly. I think it's better than having just a number of lines, because at one point it becomes really difficult to count the lines. So having these kind of unified blocks, it's easier to count the amount of SP in a better way. So I mean, we could just display a number in the worst. That would be another approach. Anyway, so assuming why? So again, I really hate working with layers. You know, the Photoshop layers, not layer, because I already messed up the layers. Here we go. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, so that's the basic idea. So in case we also want to display SP, that's how we can do it. Okay. So actually we got a comment here. I think using warm colors for enemy HP bars are inconsistent with the rest of the interface. If you see, uh, you see, you use cold colors, blue, green, etc. So I think you could use similar colors for enemy HP bars to keep the consistency. I don't know. I think color consistency is not so much the point here. I think colors are really important here to show the difference. I have to admit, I'm not sure about the orange color, but I think it makes a lot of sense to use the red colors energy bars for enemies, because they're clearly different. And you notice, okay, red means it's for enemies. I should scroll up. Okay. Is it about this bogus Supi, whatever what that is? Oh, okay. Okay. What? What is? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Holy shit. Oh, why? What did just happen with that? Oh my gosh. I hope you're kind of funny. Special score. I'm just like. So you just copied the player entity. That's what I guess you're doing here. That's kind of amazing. Holy shit. Great. Oh my gosh. I mean, that actually, it's. I'm kind of surprised that works, because there's like so many ways how this should not work. Whoa. But that's pretty amazing. Cool stuff. I have to admit, I still have to check all the mods that have been appearing in the forum. I really didn't get around to do this so far. Um, I'm actually kind of interesting about this difficulty mode, to just see how what way people make the enemies more difficult. Maybe we get some nice ideas from that. Um, but anyway, cool stuff. So again, back to colors. I think using I think it still makes sense to use strikingly different colors for enemy HP because it's like it's just jumped into your eye that you see, okay, red bar means enemy bar, green bar means party member bar. That's the rough idea here. And there's also blue bars, which are essentially enemies which are not attacking you. But it's just the red bars are like this thing you should reduce. So that's the rough idea here. Um, and but I agree that orange is kind of inconsistent for the boss bar. So maybe we'll actually change that color. So we may just turn this one red. Kind of like, let's just do something here. Whoops. Red like this, and maybe some more red down here. Darker red, not quite as much. So I can imagine doing something like this in future versions, even though I'm pretty sure some people will be annoyed by that because it's different from what we used before, but it would be more consistent. That's actually true. It's something I was thinking about so longer time that, yeah, it's one is red and here all of a sudden it's orange. Well, you could argue like orange is boss color, and that's why it's orange, but yeah. Hmm. Yeah, making the bars thinner. Um, Something I can try easily. Maybe we can make them thinner because kind of like this. Actually, that looks kind of nice. I like this. Let me just copy this. It's like, I kind of like this. It's not quite as emphasized. So, and I think it looks kind of nice, yeah. Hmm. Hmm. So Mike is actually asking Mikewa, are the demos exceptionally long loading times just the time it takes to download new assets per scene? And I think, yeah, that's the case. That it really depends on the internet connection and our server and everything, how quickly the game loads from the web page. It's kind of inconsistent. And if you have if you would just hit a bad time, it may just take a long time for it to load properly. So so yeah, that's probably the reason I would guess. Uh, hmm. So if two people, yeah. The thing is, I actually think it's kind of unlikely we will have four party members fighting against you. I think three might still happen, but four, I think it's probably unlikely. It's just that it's probably too difficult to have an interesting fight with so many party members. I'm not even sure we will do three, to be frank. I think like two party members on each side uh, is probably like the most we're gonna do. Maybe, well, three would be interesting as well, but four is too much. I think it's up to three, really. It's also that the parties in CrossCode, I would assume, are most of 3 members. Currently, it's optimized for 3 members um, at most. Okay, so that's actually I'm not done here, not done at all. So the next thing I wanted to do is just design some interface for the upper right area here, which is kind of troublesome because it's all transparent. So I'm just gonna do something different. I'm just going to use dark colors like this and make it flat colored. It's just to get the basic layout, and then I essentially just have to properly implement it, and it will look similar to how it was before. So, so here's the idea I had. Because combat rank will not make any difference in PvP because you just fight this boss and there's no connection to other fights whatsoever. And that's why I want to use this area to display the rounds essentially. So on the upper right corner you can see the current rounds. And so now I got this idea. We are just gonna using heads. So like on the one, that is if the heads actually fit in there. Well, I would think that works. Probably have to cut a bit. And then we got yes, let's assume we got layer on the other side. I'm not sure about if I should delete this or not. Why am I doing this now? I don't know. Why do I paint this by hand? I don't know. It's kind of stupid. I'm just gonna take the graphics from the font. Yeah, actually, you can still download the demo. It's actually kinda sorta hidden. But if you go to crosscode.com and oh, I see. When you're at work, that's of course a different story. But when you're home and whatever, well, you can just try the demo down here. There's a download where you can still download the Windows version. Then there's of course the Steam demo that you can also download, and it won't have these loading issues, hopefully. Okay. Mm. Oh, now I get the whole width thing. So just to be clear, the idea here is for the energy bars is depending on how many people fight you, the width will vary. So that's for two people, and if you got three people, they just take about one third of the screen each. So that's the difference here. Yeah. Uh, would just give me a second. I'm just gonna check something else here. Did stream freeze? Okay. Um, Maybe it just made the impression because I didn't do anything. I wasn't doing. I was just writing stuff. So okay. Whatever. So I think I will put this more to the distance. Already confused. What is going on here? Oh, okay, I get it. Oh, god damn it. My intense staring is eating all the bandwidth. Yeah, exactly. So here we go. And so obviously enemies has different colors than the player. So that would be an option. Kind of like having this kind of versus interface here. All right, guys. I think that's more or less it enough for the interface. I think that's at least like a rough approach. And like nobody reminded me to save, or did I just miss it? Probably I missed it because I didn't save at all. Gonna do this now. PvP interface. Um, I think it will work. It's like originally I was really planning to do something more strikingly different, but now it just doesn't fit so well with what we already have in the interface. So I think with this more conservative approach, first we save some work because we don't have to do a lot of new stuff. Second, I think it might also be better for the player because it's more familiar. It's not something strikingly different, which might just be confusing. Um, and I kind of like how I managed to turn like the upper right corner into something new. Like this is how it looked like before. Now imagine all this in like more shiny because stuff will be transparent, all that. But yeah, essentially I kind of like this approach. And if you actually have several party members, what you can do is just copy several faces. So you essentially have several party members on both sides. So that's an option here. Right, so that's essentially it for the game dev part, I think. So usually I would just go, we would do some drawing, and I kind of feel like drawing today anyway. So the problem really is that, again, we are lacking ideas. So maybe somebody here in the chat has some interesting ideas about what we can draw for the final session. Any ideas, just go ahead. Um, Apollo. I actually would like to draw Apollo. It has been some time, and I really like his design. So Apollo sounds like a cool idea. Tom Blair. Oh no, come on. Tom Blair. What? What is Tom Blair? Woman Layer. What? That Leah Lightning Fireworks drawing was seriously, literally done in 20 to 30 minutes about that. I really rushed this before New Year's and just put it out there. It was really, really cheap, and but it was something, I guess. So New Year's was pretty cool. It was pretty relaxed for me, anyway. Anyway, so now since I've been doing the stream all by myself for the last almost 2 hours, I was thinking I'm just gonna drag something into Skype here, um, which is somebody not really affiliated with Radical Fish Games. I mean, that would be essentially Innocentia. She's somebody who works on in the RPG Maker area. She also does game development, not too much with CrossCode. I mean, she's working with RPG Maker essentially. And I just thought maybe because I've been attending her streams recently quite a lot, I thought, well, I can just drag her inside the stream. That was at least an idea. So it's probably not just me sitting there silently. I might have some dialogue going on. So that's at least the idea here. um. Oh, Atlanta has birthday tomorrow. Okay. Huh. So, yeah, maybe I don't really think we will be until 24 until midnight. So, unfortunately, but I have to remember this. So, okay. So what else do we get here? Try out my hardcore mob, says J2767MR, and actually I really want to try this one out. I'm actually curious about what the difference is, and if I can still defeat those enemies myself. Um, so Lesser is wishing. Oh yes. So because you have birthday tomorrow, you want to wish for a picture. Now I get you. Uh, go ahead. Just name your wish. uh, um, huh. Oh, so it's actually on. Oh, I see. So it's not tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow. All right. I'm not sure if that still counts. I'm telling Kotaku about what? What did I do? Leia or Shizuka as a Hexacast. You really like Hexacast for some reasons. Okay. Um, Sure, we can do something like this. It sounds actually like a funny idea. Just gonna close everything now. Wait, yeah, don't want to save this. Don't want to save this. Not this. Also not this. And I saved this one already. Okay, just gonna restart Photoshop now. I don't need this. Bananas Banzel says, "Are you gonna code?" No, not today. Today we did mostly graphics design, so I was just hanging out in Photoshop, pushing some pixels, and essentially over now. Um, yeah, no programming today. Maybe in another stream. What about Leia lost her sphere in a Bellabad? Oh, seriously? Okay, let me just open a new image. International paper, A5. No, I'm actually gonna go for A6 because otherwise my machine's probably gonna have issues. So, Leia or Shizuka? I think I'm actually gonna go for Shizuka because we don't draw her too often. It's mostly Leia really, and actually Shizuka kind of fits the Hexacast formula. Um, okay, I need some references again because did actually have to admit I just forgot the weapons that Hexacasts are using, which is kind of embarrassing. I should know this kind of stuff. Concept art, characters, classes, Hexacast. And I think there's actually no answer to that. We never really defined what weapons Hexacasts are using. Oh god damn it. Or did we ever really decide what weapons Hexacasts? Yeah, I'm just gonna use some abstract stuff then. Whatever. Hashtag whatever. Oh, okay. Stefan just told me that he implemented something in parallel to the stream. Maybe I can show this very quickly. What the? You didn't see this? Oh my gosh. Did I just broadcast this? Oh man, this is the worst stream. I seriously not just broadcasted this, did I? Yes, I did. Oh my gosh, this was fail. You never saw that. You still didn't see that. Nobody saw that. Um, Probably have to change this now. Oh god damn it. So, okay, I'm just gonna start the game for a second now, and you can see one of the new features. um, that Stefan just implemented. Sagt mir jetzt, sorry, so Stefan just told me I should fetch again. Things are really confusing today. Yes, great, goddammit. Another rebase. Don't worry, we will get to the Hexacast soon. The Shizuka vampire. Okay. So. Alright, so first of all, now I'm finally gonna drag Innocentia into the stream right now. I'm gonna call in Skype and hopes. Actually, I have to. You're probably not gonna hear anything. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so now we got finally a second person in that stream. This is Innocentia. So she's working with the RPG Maker and also creating her own game called The Dark Sword.
Yes, I do.
We can do some shameless promotion here if you want to. No, just put the link inside the inside the chat or something. But I can do this
I
later.
guess that's very nice, but I think that this game is only for German and, naja, you know.
we got a couple German viewers, so it should be fine, I guess. So actually, I was just about to show some new stuff that Stefan implemented while I was designing the new interface, and after that, I just wanted to draw stuff. Okay, and the plan is that I'm just gonna draw Shizuka in a Hexacast outfit because that's what somebody requested.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like putting a character in a different character class. And in a battle pose. So first of all, I have to make sure that I actually broadcast. Okay, here you go. By the way, do you watch the stream in parallel? So you can see what's going on? Okay. Okay. So, just gonna teleport to the cross and rhombus. That probably wasn't the best idea. I wanted to the center. Let's just go straight to the center. Yeah. Okay, so there are a lot of people here. So I'm just gonna open the analysis menu and oh, is that correct, Stefan? Did I miss something up? Because I don't see. Oh, okay, I see. Yes, makes sense. Yeah, those characters you can't analyze them because they're just regular old NPCs. But those are players, and now you can hover them and oh look, they do have names. Like all the characters in our game now. Well, a lot of them will be generic, but so if you're curious how all the players are called, you can just find out using the analysis menu.
Is the NPC with the name Lexen still in there?
Probably. No, I'm not sure I want to keep it in there. I don't want to have my name attached to random NPCs. That's no, not so much. Inside the description, this is yeah, I know it's not YouTube. I'm just nervous. Okay. Just reading some of the chat questions. Okay.
You're nervous? I'm nervous too. I never did a English live stream before.
Yeah, I know. It's just even today I'm sometimes still nervous when I do it. Like especially when there's so much stuff going on all sides. I actually wanted to draw and I have to just show some new game feature that just appeared out of nowhere. Okay. But anyway, it's cool stuff. Actually, this blue square here is a cursor which I didn't provide the proper graphics for. That square's here because of me. I still have to do my work. So I will be the boss NPC. Yeah, most definitely. I will be the final boss, like in Doom with John Romero. I don't know. Okay, back to drawing. So, here we got. Gonna start drawing right now, I think. So, first have to look up some references, really. Okay. So, and you also did some work on your game today. Should I call you
Äh,
Innocentia in the stream or Sarah? What do you prefer? I don't really know.
sorry, ich habe den ersten Teil nicht verstanden.
How should I call you here in the stream? Should I call you Innocentia or Sarah?
No, it doesn't matter.
I'll just use Innocentia or Inno. Inno's is it's shortest, right?
You know it's right.
Okay. And yeah, I mean, you have been working on your game too today.
Yes, a little bit.
Create some cutscenes.
It's, yes, cutscenes, a new picture for a scene, and so on. Bug fixing.
Yeah, so you're shortly before releasing a new version. I understood. Okay.
Yes.
That's cool. I mean, you still have some stuff to do for the next update as well. Multitasking.
I know that feeling.
It's always a thing with multitasking. I'm currently looking for the second reference, which is Shizuka, essentially. For some reason, I can't remember how to draw Shizuka, even though she is kind of similar to Leia. And here we go. Okay, I found both of my references. Let's start now. I actually need to copy this one.
There she was.
Yeah, I know, but I'm really... What did I just do here? God... How does this even... I somehow managed to just lose all my windows in Photoshop. I don't even know how that worked. Oh, here they are. Okay, great, I got them. I just split Photoshop in 3 windows. And
What?
I don't know. I just don't know what's going on. Okay, I got it now. Okay. So yeah, drawing without outlines as usual. I hate outlines. Stupid outlines here. Oh, great. Now Photoshop got a bug. So I have to restart anyway.
Not again.
Yes, it's the same thing I had last time. It's just the interface is missing, so I can't change some settings from the tools, and that's kind of stupid because I want to change my brush size and stuff like this. You usually want to do that. So
There's a question from Kuatas.
uh-huh.
You wanna know what relationship you have with Dark Sword?
Yeah, like a relationship in the literal sense, I guess. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Ah, come on.
I mean, we know each other for a long time. Yeah, we both live in Saarbrücken. That too.
Yes. You live in the same city.
Yes. even though I'm not from Saarland, really. I just moved here. And again, looking for
Yes.
the reference that I just found, now lost again.
And then
Crafty.
stuff happens. Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's essentially it. Took some time though. Uh, Seriously, I'm so bad at finding my references. This is unbelievable. It always takes me about like 10% of the stream is just me looking for graphics. Uh, Here we go.
I would say put your reference in one folder.
I'm not sure if that's. Then it probably will still take me about 1 minute to find that folder. That's how I am.
Well, I find my folders.
It's great for you.
Yes, I know. And sorry, guys, my English sucks, really. I'm not very good at it.
Neither am I or most people on our stream, so it's okay, I think. Your English is fine. So far, I think. Yeah, the Shizukai reference is also on the wiki, I know, but it probably will take even longer when I open the wiki. Oh, somebody posted a link to the poster. Thanks a lot.
Yes. That's great.
Anyway, so I want to draw. So the idea was to draw Shizuka as a hexacast in some kind of battle pose. First, I have to think about some battle pose.
Is it silly to ask what a hexacast is?
No, it's okay. I mean, you're not all that for me. Hexacast it's one of the character classes in CrossWorlds.
Ah,
You,
yes, yes, I
you
know.
know, it's one of it's supposed to be the mage class essentially. So they are, and all the classes in CrossCode are like matched to the symbols. Like spheromancers are circles. Then you get
Mm.
triplaters for triangles. Quadrogods are like the quads, squares. And then you get the pentafist, which are these five-corner pentagons, and finally hexacast with 6 corners. And yeah, but essentially they're
Oh,
mages, just mages.
I will
Uh,
see it. You are finished. When you're finished.
if I
Sorry.
manage to finish something. Okay. So okay, I have to think about a different head design because the head design of Shizuka is pretty much just because she's a spheromancer. And
So many users from different parts of the world. It's
yeah,
awesome.
it's really international. We got some guys from Spain, from French, from Brazil. I don't think we ever got any Japanese person in our stream though. And maybe I just missed them, but that would be awesome too.
Malaysia stands here.
Huh?
Malaysia
Malaysia?
is simply near to Japan, or?
Well, it's in Asia. it's
I'm
it's
sorry.
somewhere. Yeah, I think it's somewhere between Japan and Austria. That's what I would think. No,
Hmm.
I'm not all that well in geography myself. I'm trying some pretty bad stuff here.
It looks interesting.
That's interesting is another word for horrible, right?
I didn't say that.
Yeah, of course.
Nah.
It's just unfinished.
Yes.
It always looks interesting before you actually get to do all the details. That's the thing about drawing without outlines. Oh, sorry? What's you say?
Um, I was only saying I can't draw on this way. That's too
Actually,
complicated for me.
I tried it several times before I actually managed to do it right. So you have to get used to it. That's just the thing. The first time you do it, it's always strange.
Mm.
But well, I mean, in the end, it's probably just maybe it's not for everyone, but it's perfect for me. That's what I know because it's pretty much how I do um, pixel art. It's essentially the same process. Oh, I just got some post which looks interesting. Probably try to do some shortening, even though that's usually a bad idea because I suck at that, but I will still try to do it. So adding some perspective and all that. Mm. Yep. You don't even speak English, but you write it pretty well, so that seems to work out. Wait, you got the poster as an A0 picture at work, like from
That's awesome.
CrossCode? Are you serious? No, that's pretty cool. Actually, I saw it printed as an A0 poster at Gamescom. Deck 13 printed it, and then I realized that it's actually still needs more details. It's actually too rough for that resolution. This at least was my opinion.
Which poster?
I think the CrossCode poster. I think, unless I'm mistaken, I think he was talking about the CrossCode poster.
This with Leia and Shizuka?
Yep.
Oh.
Oh. So you printed it yourself. Okay, that's just awesome. But you did he even got the full resolution image? Okay, so
That's a good question.
so because it's now it's a hexacast, we don't have red, but we have purple. They actually do have purple designs, hexacasts. That's their color. Like each class in CrossCode has some colors assigned to them. Geomancers are red, and hexacasts have purple or violet, something along those lines.
I'm not familiar with the classes, to tell the truth.
Yeah, there's a lot of details, and they're also, to be frank, they're. I mean, you don't even play all the classes in CrossCode. You only play Neuromancers, and the classes are just background essentially. Well, all the other characters you meet in the game, they
Mm.
do have other classes. And the irony is that there are very few Neuromancers in CrossCode because they are kind of unpopular for strange reasons.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Actually, that's one of the things we use in kind of like a plot point we use. At least I'm planning to use for some of the characters. So like Leia is kind of special because she's in fact a Neuromancer. And so is Apollo. He's also a Neuromancer.
Oh my god.
Yep.
No, Adia posted a link
Uh-huh.
and it looks so awesome. Look at this. It's so
It's the
awesome.
CrossCode case.
Wall scrolls.
Oh my gosh! Oh, not bad. But we need a better poster. That one is really... It's not good enough for the game. And like we still, I mean, a lot of backers are expecting a poster, and I mean that was supposed to be the poster they get, but I think we still will work a bit on it before we print the final version and send it to the backers.
Hmm. But it's so awesome. I would totally freak out if somebody would make this with my game. I would be so happy I would cry.
Oh my gosh. I totally cried myself when I saw that. I swear.
Yes, I
Um,
can imagine that. This is freaking crazy. It's so. I have no word for this. But it's still, it's very cool.
okay.
And I have only this CrossCode flyer on my pinwand.
You got two,
I'm
right?
so lame. I'm
You
so
got
lame.
you got the CrossCode flyer and the CrossCode
God.
card, right? The trading card. There's a CrossCode trading card we handed out on some of the conventions only in Germany, like the RPC and the Gamescom, and it has some code to, well, the sparkling boots.
I
Most
like this
people,
one.
yeah, most people already know the code already from the internet, I think.
Reading is Stefan, or?
Yep.
Ah. Hi, Stefan. Bye, Stefan.
Goodbye. Okay, I guess good night then it is, and see you around. Yeah, I have to come up with a new design. That's something I actually don't do very often, just designing characters during a stream. So I have to admit I didn't do a lot of hexacast drawings for a long time, so it's kind of difficult. I hope I can come up with something interesting.
Ich habe das jetzt irgendwie nicht so ganz verstanden.
Oh, okay. So, ich meinte, dass ich mache selten Charakterdesigns während eines Streams.
Achso.
Und ich habe jetzt keine Ahnung, ob das hier gut wird, was ich mache. And that was German.
I'm so sorry, guys. Sometimes I have to ask in German for it.
That's fine. I mean, I actually started that. The funny thing is, when I started the stream, I forgot to turn on audio. So I was just talking for about like 5 minutes. And then I read the chat, yay, today's stream will be silent. And oh. Um, and then actually, when I started the stream, the first thing I said was German stuff. So I entirely forgot I had to switch to English.
Well, if I would create a new character design, it will be offline too. I don't know. I feel better if I do it for me, for myself first, before I can post it online.
Well, I think I really can't promise if this will be a grade, even though at lesser Unless I will be very disappointed otherwise. So she already threatening me here. I have to do some good work. Okay. Um, I will do my best, but it's like I'm just human, so I'm also not the best character designer. I think I usually lack ideas. That's why we got people like Freeze in our team. He's very good with designs. I think he has a lot of nice original ideas.
Oh yes, Freeze is really good at this.
Yeah, especially since he's not too much on this anime manga bandwagon. He's like more general. He likes a lot of Western art as well, and so he does a lot of stuff I would never do myself. And that's why we have a lot of interesting character designs in CrossCode, I think.
I think he's a good. Oh, wait, I have no English word for this.
Hmm? German word?
ähm, also ich denke, er ist schon eine Bereicherung für euer Team.
A great contribution. That's a complicated word, yeah.
Yeah. There was a question from Adiak. He was in the live stream
Hmm?
the last time von CrossWorlds.
Yeah.
Moment. He said he didn't play it much Dark Sword yet, but he really like it. Oh, it's very nice. Thank you.
Yeah, actually, come on. Since you're here, I'm just gonna place the link in the chat. You promoted it yourself.
Oh
So,
no.
yes, it's promotion. Actually, where's a good link? Should I just link the thread in the forum? Or do you have a web page? You have a web page, right?
The web page is not really aktuell.
Up to date. So I'm just gonna use the online forum, I guess, right?
Yeah, I think that's the better idea, yes.
So just in case you're curious, where is this thread? Where is it? Whoa, it's not on the first page anymore. Did it move?
Huh? Wait, I can
Uh,
give you a...
I have it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, here you go. So Dark Sword, which is done with RPG Maker. Yeah, I just don't have to write this. Anyway, here you go. So here, if you're curious, German only.
I'm sorry,
Unfortunately,
guys.
maybe there will be some English translation. I mean, somebody made you an offer, right? Some was it Taki? She said she would translate it for you.
Uh, oh.
Maybe.
If Taki would do that, I guess I will be poor.
There will be no money left for you. Okay, so she's expensive. Okay, let's see.
Kuatas posted a link to my homepage. Yes, it is correct, but it's not really up to date. I must do it sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
My
Oh
Twitter
yeah.
account is more up to date. I waste lots of time working on my game, but not on my homepage. That's a shame.
Well, working on a game is not wasting time. It's
Now,
spending time. That's it.
spending time. Okay, that's
Yeah.
the correct word.
Yeah. I usually I waste time playing games like Xenoblade maybe. Though I mean playing game is not 100% wasting time. Or rather say playing Minecraft is a waste of freaking time.
Oh yes.
Oh
Do
god
not
damn it.
remember this. No, 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 no.
Oh my gosh.
Never do this again with me.
Nope, nope. Maybe some background like I successfully avoided to play Minecraft until very
With
recently
me.
and
With me.
yes.
But to tell the truth, I was first addicted, and then came Felix.
Yeah. So I came around, had a look, and I said, actually, the thing about Minecraft, I was already perfectly sure that when I actually play that, I will get addicted, and so I shouldn't do that. And but then when I was at your place and played it in front of my eyes, I was like, was too tempting. I had to try it, and then everything was lost. It's not as bad as Xenoblade though, because I don't know, wasted more time on Xenoblade.
Uh, Fuba says, normally I see only Antloas level stuff at this forum. Okay. There are many games at the site that are not really Antloas level stuff.
Like my game, it also used to be my former game. Festival was also on this site, so it's not only
Yes,
Antler's
Weiser
level.
was very good. Many people like this game.
Not you though.
What?
Nothing. Nothing.
No, ich hab's akustisch nicht verstanden.
Not you though, right? I mean, you said
Wie? Was?
a lot of people like that game, and I said not you though.
Wieso? What?
Not you.
Why?
I don't know. I was just
That's not true. I like it.
yeah.
What the fuck, man? What are you doing? Don't tell
I-
bullshit.
okay. It kind of just sounded that way. Huh.
Kurata said something.
Uh huh. Mm. Oh. Yeah, yeah, I know. That's the problem with RPGs. Like, language is kind of important. It's like because a reason why you play RPGs is because of the plot. You're just interested in the plot, and if
Mm.
you don't understand that, it's not nearly as much fun.
Yes, but what should you do if you are not a genius with this language?
I know it's difficult. Like, usually need help, but the thing is, if I mean, you may find people who are ready to translate the game.
Mm.
That's all what happens over time. If more people know the game, and it tends to, well, when it becomes more complete and becomes more fans and followers, there are maybe people who offer help to translate it. Though that doesn't necessarily mean that will actually happen, because I mean, Festival also never got an English translation. Several
Mm.
people offered to do it, but it was never finished. That's also, but it has a French translation. You know, Felsabor actually does have a French translation, because there
French.
was a French translation. Yes, somebody actually managed to finish a French translation, at least for the first demo, not
Oh.
for the uncut version. Yeah, and yeah, I mean, it was some guy. He was really motivated. I gave him all the files he needed to do the translation, like do all the images and all that stuff, and he just did it. He just finished it. He didn't need much of my help. He just did it himself. So that was awesome.
Yes. Wow.
Uh,
In French. I didn't know that.
yeah, I think I posted it somewhere, but yeah, I mean it's not that well known in the German community, I guess.
No, not really. I will not play it in French, to tell the truth.
Why would you?
Live on the French Grenze?
Man, really suck at hands today, as usual, actually.
Felix.
Yeah.
The English word for Grenze.
Uh, what context? Das ist die Grenze
Ja,
für dich?
Landesgrenze.
The border is
Oh.
it's just border.
We're living on the border to French, but not really. I can speak French.
Well, yeah, we are. Saarland is right next to France,
Yeah,
and
next to. My God, it was so easy.
yeah, it's right next to. Language is all about how often you use it. I mean, it's very difficult to get rid of the accent, I think. But if you just keep using a language, you will get faster and faster with it, naturally. Because I really
Mhm.
sucked at English myself a lot. So I always had an accent, obviously, but in the past I was also really slow at using it, and even worse, like listening to people, understanding what they said. That was really difficult for me. Okay.
Um,
Okay. Hands.
um, in the chat, there is the topic. Um, how to say it?
Mm-hmm.
um,
Japanese
people,
translation?
no, the people say it. To start speedrunning, you will need to understand the game first. Um,
Oh, that's true.
also,
Yeah.
in case of a Dark Sword, also my game,
Mm-hmm.
I would say this game is very has many story, and it would be really a problem if you can't understand it.
Yeah.
It's something like Golden Sun.
Oh gosh, but I hope your dialogues won't be as stretched, right? I mean, they are not. I know that already, so that's a good thing. Golden Sun was so full of
Okay.
unnecessary dialogues and like commenting on everything. You don't
Okay,
have
Golden Sun
well.
has.
The other thing is like speedrunners are all about playing a game for the gameplay. That's why they don't need the language, I guess. But I mean, there are games which you like to speedrun, and other games which are less interesting for that. Like I think there are not too many Final Fantasy speedruns, for instance.
Mhm.
Or are they? Actually, I would be surprised. Are there Final Fantasy speedruns? Just curious now. How is
I
it a
guess so.
game that's actually that people do speedruns of? Final Fantasy?
I never saw something like that, but I can imagine that some people will do that. Or
Yeah,
already does it. Oh my god, this English. Ah, sorry,
it's
guys.
fine. It's fine. I mean, I understand what you're saying. Don't
Yes,
worry too
you.
much.
But
Other people too, I think.
I guess people mm, does headshot or so.
Oh, okay. And here, Minecraft said that an awesome Games Done Quick's final yesterday was speedrunning Final Fantasy IV. So there you have it. Okay.
Oh,
Interesting. I didn't expect that. So what kind of speedrunning tactics did they use for Final Fantasy? I'm just curious. So it's just all about playing it at very low level, uh, or I'm kind of curious now how they get good times in these kind of turn-based battle systems.
I'm curious too.
I
I
mean, then
never played
again,
Final Fantasy 4.
oh man, I didn't play so many Final Fantasies. I mean, actually played a lot of them. I just never finished most of them.
Yes. Glitchfest. It was a glitch.
Glitchfest. Oh gosh. So they used a lot of glitches to just uh, get a good time, I guess.
Markra explained it.
They had item dupes and infinite money, random number generator manipulation using step counts and sequence breaks. Oh gosh, yeah, okay, this sounds hardcore. Okay. Yeah, the thing is, if you manage to create a game in English, you really have a wide audience. It's really I'm happy I decided to do CrossCode in English. The thing is, though, when I was working on CrossCode, I wouldn't have done it because at the time I wasn't good enough in English. That's really the problem. It's like when you have really a text-heavy game, um, and you're not familiar with English. It's well, yeah, I know. I'm just saying. I can't understand why it's. I mean, even today, even with my English I have today, some people say that dialogues you can notice it's not native English, and it's so. Oh well.
I guess that would be catastrophic if I translate it in English.
I just like probably as feasible would have been when I translated it to English back then. That's exactly the same. You need practice first.
Maybe I should do it if the Vollversion is
Yeah,
released. But I will make minds about it.
yeah. But
Many minds.
you know what's actually funny about CrossCode is it's not
What?
translated to English, but it's rather translated to German. Because
Yes.
I write
Yes,
other
I know.
I write all the dialogues in English, and then mostly Henne goes ahead and translates them to German.
Yes, I know, yeah.
That's a funny thing, really. Uh, I probably should already draw that freaking face. I'm just drawing all kind of stuff, but didn't even get to the face.
Shizuka reminds me of a character of Naruto.
Ah,
In,
which one?
how call this? This one with the empty eyes. This girl. She was the sister
Um,
of this guy with the empty eyes.
God damn it, I know this. Uh, because she was my favorite character, at least. I was shipping her with Naruto, essentially.
What?
I mean, wasn't she like, isn't Hinata, exactly, that's the one.
Hinata, yes.
Yes. I mean, she is pretty much, she got together with Naruto, which I think is, from what I understood. I mean, I didn't see the final, but. Oh my gosh, I'm just spoiling, am I? Whoops.
But yes, the color constellation reminds me very of Hinata.
I guess so, the colors, but the expression in the face is probably very different, I think. I mean, she has the same kind of flat hair and everything.
Mm. And this lila or violet colors.
Oh. That's probably because of the Hexacast version now.
Yes, I know.
Yeah,
But especially this reminds me of it.
I see.
What? Hmm.
No, I just have to
That's
give her
cool.
pale eyes and then the reference would be perfect.
I don't have Hinata in my. Ah, yes, yes. Ah, okay. She have not really have violet colors. What the fuck? What happened in my head?
Okay. Somebody whispers to me, save. I have to save. I always forget this.
Yes, safe.
The art. Uh, stream and on-stream drawing. Here we go. Drawing. All day long. Usually takes me about 1 hour to finish an image, but okay, actually, kind of like with each stream I get the impression it takes me longer and longer to finish an image. Like, I'm just doing more and more complicated stuff during the stream, which is not the best idea.
So long it works.
Okay, actually, I kind of like this. I have to say, it's going somewhere.
Is her left eye not nah.
Is it too high?
Yes. Little bit.
Maybe. Actually, I will just do the opposite. I'll move the red eye a bit upwards. I think that's better. Maybe the whole mouth needs to be moved a bit like this.
Hmm. Yeah, it's okay too.
So, Atlesa, what you're saying? Is Atlesa still with us? Is this going in a good direction? I mean, she wanted to have the storm because apparently she has birthday like the day after tomorrow, and like somewhat of a birthday present, then I guess.
What?
Uh, she requested somebody drawn as an Hexacast class,
Ah,
and either Leia or Shizuka have chosen to do Shizuka today. To draw Shizuka.
okay. Using the hexagons.
Yeah, actually, I'm just about to draw some. There's one here. Wait, this is not. Oh, god damn it! Hexagons don't look like that way. Here, like this. This is gonna be a hexagon. I'm gonna add more hexagons. Okay, gotcha. Hmm. Okay, the hair should be a nice hexacast purple. Okay. I'm just afraid that would be maybe a bit too much purple, but I can try. No problem.
Try it on a new layer.
Layer, huh? There it is again.
No, this was not a joke this time.
Not a pun. Are you
No,
sure? Are you very
no,
sure?
this was a normal sentence.
Sentence. So, gradient map. Oh, look, she has white hair. I like white hair. Let's keep the white hair. No.
What? I didn't see white hair.
Huh?
I didn't see white hair.
Well, there's a lag. That's always the thing with streams, you know. Now you're at the other end, but it's always like this.
Hmm. Now I see it.
And now you see it. You see?
The hair.
So, hmm. So how about this one here?
It's so dark.
Oh yeah, maybe it's a bit too dark. My laptop's actually very bright, so that's why I tend to do stuff a bit too dark usually. That looks interesting. I actually like this. So let's see
I
what
guess
Alessa
it,
says.
yes. No. Okay. If my ja gut, die Übertragung ist bei mir halt sehr langsam. Ich weiß jetzt nicht, was du da aktuell hast.
Oh, okay. So Alessa says OMG. I guess that's good. Is it good? Is it good? Can I merge? I want to merge. I want to merge the color layer. Okay, awesome. So I'm gonna merge this and no, not everything. God damn it. Ah, yeah, that's better. So now I continue. What time is it? It's too late. Oh god damn it. You have to leave sometime soon already, right? It's getting close to midnight. Not midnight, but 11 o'clock.
Yes. Soon I must go.
No.
But I must.
And then I'm all alone again.
I don't know what today is with you guys. With you guys.
I know, nobody wanted to stream with me. I have to do it more myself.
Then the girlfriend must come.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Maybe should. Right now she looks like a Fire Emblem Awakening character without feet, so I probably should add some feet now.
Was?
You know, like in Fire Emblem Awakening, they didn't have feet. They only had
Yes.
like this weird stumps down there. That's exactly how the
Oh
artwork looks
God.
like right now. I thought so. Maybe I should add some nice shoes. Not such complicated shoes like with Emiko. He's oh my gosh, those goddamn shoes.
What?
You remember the shoes from Emiko, your
Yes.
character? They're horrible.
His shoes are out of hell.
Out of way
Coming
too
from hell,
detailed.
so.
Straight out of hell, exactly. Oh, I actually should add some hexagon shape here.
There's a comment. Then the girlfriend must come. Oh.
Then the oh yes. Ah, thanks. Thanks for that one.
And there is it again. Guys, you are pervert.
That's like the usual stuff.
Yes.
We just ran right into that one.
This is a stupid joke. It reminds me of this terrible video from of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Hmm.
How was it? Jack, you say
Oh yeah,
something
card games,
we should know.
card games or motorcycles. Card
What?
games or motorcycles. Card
Card games
game.
or motorcycles?
Oh man, this was amazing.
Jack, you say I came. What?
To the
To the
city.
city. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh Gott. And to tell the truth, I didn't check this joke for a long time.
What? Okay, interesting. That I didn't expect this from you. I
I
would have
was too
thought you know.
innocent about this.
When have you ever been innocent? That's not true. I don't buy this. Your nickname is like the biggest I don't know contradiction I've ever seen. Like you're nothing like innocent. You're nothing. And you know what? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, whatever. You get what I mean. So
my nickname, my nickname is it is oh, wie heißt? Ein Rätsel. A riddle.
riddle, yeah.
Is it okay to tell you something about the RPG Maker community? I found something.
You mean like talking about? I mean, you can talk about the RPG Maker community, but don't make it too controversial and stuff. Or what is it
No, no,
about?
no. No, that's not in my mind. I only read a sentence and I think it's so funny.
Okay. You mean from it's a quote out of an RPG Maker game from Super Mike or what?
No, not from Super Mike. It's up to date on this forum
Okay.
and it tells, ich sag's jetzt einfach mal auf Deutsch.
Uh,
Es gibt eine zensierte Version für Electra Kingdom. Eine zensierte Version?
okay,
Warum?
a censored version from Elect. Okay.
Yes.
What the hell?
Why?
What happened in that game? Was it too brutal? Too much blood? I thought you couldn't do more blood than vampires, though. Or was it some other
I don't know.
content?
I didn't play this game, but I was surprised to read this.
Yeah, I'm pretty surprised myself.
Tracy P asked, "Who are you drawing?" He can
Oh,
just.
so this is Shizuka. She's a character from. Do you know CrossCode? I'm not even sure. Uh, so Shizuka is one character from the game we're working on, and Hexacast is essentially a different character class from the world of our game, and we just drew there in there as a different character class essentially. So that's what we do. It's just a drawing for fun. So this is essentially just the usual fun drawing session we do at the end of the stream. We did some game development before that, so we did our work.
What is a asset store?
An asset store is like some store where you can buy resources for your game, stuff like yeah, he says, is there an asset store that has free music and sounds that could be used for commercial use? Uh, I think if you go to free sounds, but you have a lot of resources for music, right? You know,
Was?
you know some web pages for good music that you can use for free, right?
Yes. I um I was
The,
not sure about this asset store, but I can
I mean, you can just remove
check.
the assets, just the store. He's looking for some stuff for free music and sounds.
Okay,
So if you
yes, I
know,
have some.
you can paste some links in the chat if you know.
Mm,
Would be helpful. I'm actually
um,
kind of surprised there's a lot of great music out there that you can use for free.
yes, I use them for my game too.
Yeah.
So, This one is for free music. You should read the, wie heißt's? Die Common License. Common License.
Ah, okay. So you know CrossCode, yeah. So it's just Shizuka as a different character class. It's probably all you need to know.
This one is music too. And this is for sounds. But you must read the common license on every file. User. Oh God. The user have different common license, and please be sure you folgen.
You're like, yeah, you accept the you. I don't even know the word myself. Uh, you follow the license terms, something like this. Yeah, so you should
Yes,
check the license.
that's what he say. So.
Yeah, just the stuff he said that I said. So, um, uh, needs more hexagons.
No problem, Karatas. I hope I spelled that right.
A Freudian slip. I don't get this one.
Me too.
I don't like the hands, man. I just don't get hands, man.
I can't draw hands either.
They're really difficult, I think.
In my artworks, I try to hide them.
That's always a good idea, yeah.
But I must say, the last 2 days I drew pictures for different scenes for Dark Sword, and I'm surprised it works so good.
Yeah, that's the thing with drawing is sometimes you just have a bad day and then nothing works and then you just draw and things work out fine. It's like a bit difficult to control, and even if you have a long break, sometimes you just start and it just works out immediately.
Mm,
I had similar experiences,
yes.
so it's
For the
like,
last weeks and months, I only worked on my game without drawing something.
yeah.
What does Vogel say? Best thing I saw in an RPG Maker game was the RGB that make fun about the game is profit. Oh God, I don't understand the half of the sentence. If you do, you will get sued. And he said that taking an image from his game is
Oh, prohibited. I think he meant prohibited,
yes,
like not allowed. Uh,
yes.
okay, yeah.
I understand. I think I understand.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. The RPG Maker community is kind of strange. It's like um, historically, there was always a lot of people used resources from other games, like from Super Nintendo games, PlayStation games. That has always been done. That's kind of was like the norm, and I did it myself for Felsa Bor. Essentially, I just used some resources and edited a lot of stuff, and yeah, it's just how people did it. And it's kind of ironic, like when you do this, and then you still say, yeah, but you must not use my graphics. Like you're using graphics from like the big company games from the past, but your own graphics, nobody must touch them. It's kind of like, um, how do you say? There's a word for that. I forgot it. Anyway, so it's kind of weird in that way.
Yes, I would not say true. This phenomenon is very verbreitet.
Pretty common,
Yes, it's very
widespread.
common in this community, but I think in time it got better.
Things are changing, obviously. I think
Yes,
because like the some at one point the web page actually got into legal problems, and then they had to took down all the games which essentially used illegal resources, at least music for now. And then people got more aware that this might be a problem if you just use graphics. And so I think I'm just more aware. And there's also like the thing about selling games. Like some people start thinking about selling RPG Maker games because
yes.
that's actually some people have been successful doing that. And when you do that, you have to think about your resources and make sure you don't illegally use other resources from other games. Yeah.
What's kind of funny, it is like you said, um, you take images from a game, also you rip some graphics,
Mm.
edit it, and then they say it, oh, it's my graphic, don't use it.
Yeah, exactly. That's like the most funny thing. Like people were editing like copying the graphics from other games, putting them together in a nice way. So you have a sheet you can use in RPG Maker, and then they made sure that nobody like it was their graphics and it was not they were not nobody else was allowed to use it, and it's kind of weird because it was stolen in the first place.
I can understand if you say, or you create your own graphics, and then you can say, don't use it. That's totally okay. But
Yeah,
not if you rip another graphics from old games, and I don't understand that.
yeah. It's kind of I don't know. That's just how the community works, I guess.
Yes.
Actually, when I did resources for Felser Bohr, I was actually always saying that I usually don't care unless it's for like the main characters. So I said, if you want to use resources from Felser Bohr, just mention me in the credits. The only exceptions are graphics from main characters, and if you use those, you need at least edit them in a way that you don't recognize the character that much.
Ah, yes, I remember.
Yeah, that was always my policy because for some reason I never was too much concerned about people using my resources. It's just because I'm actually convinced that. So why would I be concerned? Like I'm doing this for free. Everything was for free at this time. So like if other people might use my resources, not like I'm earning money with my game, right? So the only thing I would be concerned about is like it would feel bad if somebody used all my resources and made a game which is much better than mine and then gets all the praise, and I would feel bad about this, I thought. But then I think if somebody goes ahead and steals your resources and can't do it himself or herself, such a person probably won't be as successful as you anyway. So don't just it doesn't matter. That's what I thought.
Hmm.
That was always my philosophy about this. So that's why I didn't care about resources if people use my resources.
Hmm. I'm not sure I understand this second part, but okay.
Yeah, anyway, so the idea is if somebody goes ahead and uses your resources,
Yes.
what is the likelihood that this guy will create like the most amazing game that will get all the prize while you don't get any recognition for the graphics that you actually created. I just think that the likelihood is pretty low.
Mm.
And that's why I thought I don't care about if people use my resources. Now with CrossCode, it's all a bit different. Actually, we are still like pretty open. We just show our resources everywhere, and so far we didn't get into any trouble. I don't know.
I guess I would be angry too if somebody takes my graphics and got more uh,
Rec-
intention, nee,
attention, yeah,
attention
yeah,
as me.
yeah. I mean, there were some games in the RPG Maker community that used a lot of graphics from Felzabor, but at this point, people already knew Felzabor that well, so they easily said, yeah, okay, that's just like a copy from Felzabor assets, and then there's n- there's no point in doing this in any way.
But you can say your game is very famous in this community. If somebody takes graphics from Kento or
Mm,
somebody like that, the people would say he has stole it, and
yeah,
the game is in vornherein schon schlecht dann.
yeah.
Also da kann man schon sagen, da ist die Community doch schon dahinter, dass man sagt, ja, das Spiel unterstützen wir nicht. Ja, sorry, dass ich
Somebody
das so
sends me hand poses. Okay, thanks a lot.
was?
Somebody sent me some poses for hands. That's thanks a lot
Ah,
for that.
okay.
Oh man, these are weird hands. But yeah, actually, I'm gonna at least want to make them a bit better. Well, I was just interrupting you though. So what did you want to say?
Äh,
Some
it doesn't matter, it was only German stuff.
yeah. I get the point though. That's like if you have a game which is less well known, and then you show graphics, and somebody uses those graphics and use them before your game gets to be known well. That's kind of a problem, yeah. That kind of is an issue.
Äh, was that not a case with it?
Which game?
Some, um, somebody took your chasets and use it for his game, for his main characters. I'm not even sure about it,
You
but
mean
I
Felzabor graphics or
what?
Felzabor or another game?
Nee, es was von Reservoir.
Okay. But then people recognized that it was from Felzabor, right? Or was it at the
Yes,
time? Yeah,
yes,
that
and then the rent was open.
yeah, yeah. I mean that's what I'm saying. So if you have a game which is already fairly well known, it's you don't have to be too much concerned about resource stealing because people will see it that it's stolen, then you're get into trouble. But if you have like some new project which isn't too well known, it's like there's a higher risk that people get away by stealing the graphics, and that is that's I can understand that you have to be more careful in that case.
But it's something I can't understand. I guess also in my case, I want to make a game which have his own style, his own
Yeah,
characters. They never made in another story, and then there's somebody he just take another chassis from another games, put it in his game, and said, "Yes, this is my hero." Whatever.
I mean, come on,
I
that's what.
can't understand this.
Well, didn't you do the same for your very first RPG Maker project? I mean, you used RTP graphics, yes, but
No, I used the one-time package graphics. That
yeah,
was
well,
yes. I must say I have very long tested around with the RPG Maker.
Yeah. I've seen some of those games too. uh, but yeah, I mean that's I think for those people your graphics are just another runtime package. So it's just some free resources. Yeah, I'm gonna use them. Those look more fancy than Alex and Brian and I don't know what.
Yes.
Even though that's like yeah, it's kind of different.
Are we now in this theme? I used RPT, RTP. Oh mein Gott, one-time package. Mein Gott.
I used it too in my
Characters
first projects. Yeah.
for the first version of Dark Souls. But hey, I edited them. He will have name moment. No, what I'm talking about. We was the one-time package jar. What the fuck, man? Oh my god. Oh
What
Gott.
was the runtime package character?
In der ersten Version von Dark Sword
Ja.
hatte Rio noch das Charset von Brian.
Ach so, okay. Ja, stimmt.
Aber
Ja,
ich
ja.
habe ihn halt ein bisschen editiert. Also ich habe mir schon Mühe gegeben, die Charaktere so zu editieren, dass sie doch schon ihren eigenen Stil oder ihren eigenen Charme haben.
Hm, das stimmt. Das habe ich ja auch bei
Das hat
ja, I should at least speak English. I did the same for my first game, Tars Adventure. So.
I'm sorry, guys. Sometimes I must explain my minds in German.
I mean,
Fahrradine, let's go. Oh Gott. Fahrradine,
what's
weiter geht's.
Farodin? I don't get this.
Das ist ein Running Gag. Ich glaube, das erzähle ich dir mal anders mal.
What? Oh man, so now there's already running gags I don't get in my stream. Damn it.
If somebody wants to explain it, I can't.
So somebody maybe explain it in the chat because I don't know what that means. Da, 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 da.
Yes, like I said, sorry for this German conservation, but sometimes I must tell my minds in German to explain that. Sorry.
It's okay, I guess.
Yes, the question was there. So, I explained it.
What are we explaining? I'm just the hashtag Faradine and let's go. I still don't get this one. If somebody can explain this. Oh yeah, conservation conversation. God damn it. Yeah. Did somebody say conservation? Did you say?
Maybe it.
Conservation is like when you put something in a jar to conserve it, like marmalade and you know, konservieren.
Okay.
You know, konservieren.
Oh.
Yeah, it's complicated. I give Shizuka some weird tails. I don't know why, but I thought it would be cool. What do you think, Atlesa? Oh, I see. Okay.
And I told you, I'm not really good with English.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I'm just trying to understand what's going on in the chat. That's what I said. I think I'm actually getting close to a version which kind of looks okay-ish. So maybe adding some effects because she's actually doing some magics. And then I think we can actually almost wrap up the stream, and it's actually past 11. I can Shirith can still be with us. You know,
Hmm?
it's past 11 already.
Oh, yes.
Well, you can stay as long as you want. It's just, but it's fine if you want to leave.
Yes, some minutes.
I'm probably gonna close the stream pretty soon anyway.
Hmm. What? Okay.
Nah, that looks like crap.
Why so close to the face?
Because that's where her hand is. Nah,
Okay.
okay, I can probably move it a bit downwards so it's not overlapping. Yeah, that looks a bit better, I guess. Just some random effects.
Playing around.
Yeah. Oh, there's an
Ah,
idea. Could you maybe put a little bracelet on either hand with a hex-shaped pendant dangling off it, similar to her earrings? I can do this for one of the hands. Like the other hand, just from the perspective, I think you can't see it. But for the right hand, I can add this, yeah. I just interrupted you. Did you want to say something?
hmm?
You wanted to say something, I just interrupted you, didn't I?
Oh, it's okay.
So how's this? I already asked it and Radical answered me, but I would like to hear from you. Do you think you are on schedule or final CrossCode version could have some delays? Well, probably gonna be honest here. I don't think we are quite on schedule, I have to admit this. Because, I mean, the schedule was pretty tight in the first place. And even though we do make some progress, we did plan a lot, and I'm not sure we're gonna finish everything until the middle of 2015. I mean, that was like the original release date we proposed. Um, so we may have to delay it a bit. The question is if we can afford it. Like, we are going to try to release something that will be at least a game worth of what we promised. But if we get some more time, it probably will be better. I mean, that's how it always is. I still hope that we will mm, manage to finish something this year at the very latest. Or if that doesn't happen, like very early 2017. The thing is about releasing a game at the end of the year is actually a very bad idea, sale-wise. So if we actually do delay the game, we either do it just for a few months, and if that doesn't work out, it would be early 2017, which is quite the delay, I know, but it's well, it's our first project, let's say it like this. At least the first big commercial project we are doing. And it's not like you will not see any further updates. But again, I mean, that's just speculation right now. I actually have to discuss this with our publisher as well and a lot of other people before we make any final statement for that. But anyway, like some delay is very likely. Let's just say it like this. No, I wonder what Stefan actually said to that. I hope I didn't say something entirely different.
That would be not very good.
Yeah. He probably said, "Yeah, it's fine. We're gonna release um, middle of 2016. We deliver on time. No problem here." Yeah, exactly. So I also think like you better take your time, release a good game, rather than like releasing on time and then it's just unfinished. That would be kind of sad. That's the thing. I mean, most people who are actually, I think most people would agree with that if you say it like this. So we can say we either um, reinforce it on time and it will probably seem rather unfinished, not quite as nice, or we take our time, it will probably be the game we actually imagined. Um, uh, yeah, I know there will be people who will criticize this. There will always be these kind of people. But then again, it
Yeah.
doesn't seem to be very uncommon for crowdfunded games to be delayed. Like some people told me it's almost expected for crowdfunded games to be delayed. I wonder if Star Mazer will make it this year. They're supposed to be released at the same time as we do, for instance.
Yeah, aber ah, I want to say something, but I can't it in English. Ah.
You can say it in German. I can translate.
Ich habe ja schon öfter gesagt, die Leute, die das kritisieren von wegen, das dauert viel zu lange und so. Ja, ich weiß nicht, was sie sich vorstellen. Man strebt zwar einen Zeitraum an, aber entweder sie wollen ein hingerotztes Spiel oder sie wollen halt ein gutes Spiel. Und das ist halt das, was es ausmacht. Und außerdem ist es ja auch so, ihr postet sehr oft Status-Updates, Screenshots. Also man sieht schon, dass da eine Entwicklung dahinter ist. Also nicht, dass es dann passiert, wie, ja, ihr habt Geld kassiert und jetzt passiert nichts. Das ist
Ja,
ja
das ist ja
nicht der Fall.
definitiv. Yeah, exactly. So your point is, even though we may take our time, we at least have regular updates and all that. And yeah, I mean, really want to make sure that we show that we are working on the game. We really invest the money you gave us to develop the game, for the most part, and that's essentially. So I hope people will not be all that angry with us. So I can understand if people get really angry if developer just takes a lot of money and then there's silence and nothing happens. But we are at least talking to you and showing that we make progress. And the difficult part is always like you have to put the right focus on the right things. Radical Fish Game said the devil's about the details, which is like the worst kind of slogan you can have in terms of time management, because that means you just work on all the details and you don't make any progress whatsoever. It's like the only consequence, and we try not to do that. But I mean, you can see like recently we worked on a lot of stuff which may seem, why do we need this? Party members, tutorials, and like this analyze feature. It might kind of like seem unnecessary, but to be honest, these are all features we have planned for a long time. And I'm not joking now, but we actually soon we are about to reach 100% of all the features we actually planned. And there were very few features that we just added later on. It's like most of the features we did were planned really early on. We actually removed some of the features we already planned. And we are actually pretty close to getting the full feature set. And I just wanted to do this rather sooner than later because once you got the features finished, you can better estimate how the game will work. And party members are really, really important for like a game in an MMO setting. So I thought I want to do those now, and then I will see if they don't work. I have to think about something else. Fortunately, they do work. So now that we have party members working, we can now design the whole game plot-wise around this feature because party members are really essential for this game. It's actually we should have done those way earlier, in fact. So so again, yeah, we have still worked a lot of features. We did not just push out content because we are not at the point where we can just push out content yet. There was still this last remaining set of features we had to implement. And now that this is done, like with the next release, we have essentially maybe I would say 90 to 95% of all the big features done. And then it's just content. There's just content left. It's really pretty much dungeons, villages, story, and all the stuff in between. Okay, so I finished the hexacast image. We more or less. I hope that's good enough for you at Lesser. So I'm just gonna save now. Face first the JPEG. Doop-de-doop. Then the PNG.
Did you zoom in?
Zoom in.
Yes.
You mean in the image? Should I zoom in? No, I did not. I know it looks like crap, but that's standard. It's standard stream quality. Come on, you cannot expect there to be like a polished, flawless artwork in like 2 hours. Oh, background. Yeah, okay. Let's just do some very cheap
Only a
background.
question.
Huh?
It was only a question.
I know. You mean like a zoom in or what?
What?
You mean about the zoom in?
Yes.
I know. Yeah. I know I'm not very clean with my artworks, but it's my choice. I
Yeah.
hate I hate I hate doing clean artworks. It's so much time. What? Mm. No! Why? Holy shit! I just was painting so violently that I mistakenly selected the typesetting tool and just wrote some letters instead. Don't ask me.
Whoa. What did you do?
I know, I did weird stuff. I did it again.
Okay, guys. But I have to say I must go for now. I must go to bed.
Alright, yeah, it's way too late anyway. So, well, thanks a lot for being with us. It was really cool. And I think your English was fine. It was good enough. So don't worry too much about that.
Don't make me laugh. But
Laughing
was,
is healthy. Unless it's you, because your stomach's gonna probably die if you laugh too much.
yeah. But it was very fun, and I hope it was not too terrible for your fans.
No, it was cool, right? Right? It was good, right?
What?
So. Anyway, so cool that you have been here, and I guess have a nice evening then, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks.
See you around.
You
Bye
too.
bye.
Bye bye. See you later.
See you later. So, I'm still in the stream. Please don't forget about this. You're still in the stream, Felix. We are still painting and finishing this image. Probably a couple more minutes and then I'm gonna wrap up that stream, so just gonna do some weird looking background here. And I see Teflo showed up. Hey there. Yeah, that was Inno. I just dragged her into the stream because nobody else wanted to Skype with me today. That's why. Oh. Hoppala. Hey. Okay, wait. You do hear me, right? Let me just check that. Hello, guys. I'm still here. I'm not done. I'm just, you can hear my intensive looks. Almost did it though. So, just wrapping up here. This cheaply done background. I'm sorry, Atlaser. It's better than nothing though, I guess. A bit more contrast up here. Why do I keep? Ah, god damn it! Just gonna remove the ruler so I don't keep spanning those uh, lines, helping lines. What are they called? I forgot the name. Snap to the guides, the guidelines. So what? No. So, okay. Shizuka is eaten by the darkness. Image description. Sounds accurate enough. I just thought that like a more blackish background looks better. Don't ask me. Gonna add more lines here and there. I'm not sure if that's going anywhere. So now comes the big twist because I'm going to add front lines too. Whoa, that looks kind of nice. Yep, that's good. That looks like there's some speed. Didn't want that last one. Speed going. Ah, god damn it. My control. Is Control Z not working or something? It is. Yay. Oh, that looks like something. Well, I like this. Hope you like this too, Atlaser. So, intense, hexacast. Okay, now, you know what? I'm gonna give this a last polish because I kind of like how it turns out. I'm gonna add some blackish outlines so you can see the border a bit better. And that's it then. So, almost done. Whoever decided to change the layers when you go back in history that way, it's really horrible. Maybe not make it pitch perfect black, but something close to it. Dr. Grilled Cheese spamming a lot of smileys. Uh-huh. Quite a lot of them. Like, way too many of them. Yeah, that's probably spam. Dude, stop it, or you're gonna get kicked. Unless it already happened. I don't know. Somebody whispered to me save. I'm gonna save. Okay, yeah, he just got kicked. Thanks, Atlaser. Yeah, those bots, they know, those spammers, they know when you're not looking. Got the sixth sense. That makes sense. Right. Okay, I think this turned out pretty nice. What do you think, Atlasser? Any last suggestions? But nothing too difficult, please. We're gonna wrap up this stream. Otherwise, I think that's essentially our Shizokar is a hexacast. Kind of, sorter. Yay! Amazing. Okay. I think it turned out pretty well for a 2 hour drawing, to have to admit. So that's actually a long time. Um, Damn. Maybe you should give Shizuka purple hair after all. After all, the hexagon. Sure. Like this, I guess, right? Wait, like this. I can give you this version. That's no problem. So let me just save now. Okay, let's save once again. We got a JPEG. Now we got. No, sorry. Got the PNG. Huh. Is there also a version for the vegetarians? Oh, god damn it. I was gonna crop this. Right. And saved. So probably my stream is now performing pretty badly because it's simultaneously uploading all those images, and PNGs are pretty damn huge for that kind of resolution. So sorry for that. In a couple of minutes you will get your links, and then I think we can conclude this game dev stream. And yes, we did what what we promised. We did design those interfaces, more or less. And I hope you liked it. So, are there any remaining questions I can still answer? Otherwise, we're gonna wrap this up quickly before the day ends here in Germany. Um, Man, maybe I should think about better internet connections. Just that not sure how many options I have here where I live. So I need better internet connection. Quite frankly, I also need a better machine. That's actually what I think is more important. Yes, it's Dropbox. So, but everything is uploaded now. So here we go. The JPEG image, PNG image. almost got it. Almost, almost. Any second now. Here we go. Alright, thanks a lot. Yeah, not much going on in Saarbrücken and Saarland, so things are okay, I think. So, will there a Manchester cover? No, please don't make me do a Manchester. No, no, no. I think one man layer is good else Manchester doesn't work at all. There's no pun, so fortunately I can't do that. So, uh, 5,000 down and 10,000 up. That sounds pretty good. Yeah, I probably should have to look into that. Really should maybe try to get a better internet connection. Oh, yeah, like the disaster in Cologne was pretty bad. That's true. Um, though like everybody's talking about it now, and I hope things will change because of it. Though really, Cologne is still no comparison what's going over to Paris. I think that's like the real disaster here. Like people dying and all that. Or did something happen in Cologne that I just missed? Unless like the thing about yeah. I don't want to get too political about in this stream. Anyway, so thanks everybody for watching. It was fun as usual. Um, no more. I don't know. Like for now, I have enough. Like man layer is enough gender bending for me. Oh god damn it, Carlos! Holy shit, are you serious? Freaking Carlos! Please remember this one. That's actually something I might draw from the next stream. Carlos, it's just fair. Oh, okay. This sounds actually pretty cool. Sorry. Anyway, so thanks everybody for watching, and hope to see you again next week. Have a good start in the next week, and thanks for watching. So, bye bye.